Big Ten clash. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
All right, Holly. So Alabama's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The handoff. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Underwood. Fires to the tight end. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's past the sticks. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
As a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Snagged in the middle. It's Terry. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so exciting, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now on the move. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, you had the first down. You had it in your grasp. All you got to do is take care of the football, secure the football. You're trying to do everything you can to reach for it, scratch for it, claw for it, and then secure it. Don't lose it. Don't put it on the ground. Bad job by the offense securing the football.
They're going to run it to the right. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk with the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Now here's Russell, extending the play. Lets it fly. Soft spot in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Russell escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, I think they're going to look back on this one, guys, just with frustration. Just an opportunity missed. Your defense did the best thing they could do. Starting the game, forcing a turnover. Now you get the ball, and you give it right back. So the momentum you had and the energy that was in the building, now it goes swinging right back to the other side.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Left side, it's Johnson. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. Quarterback keeper. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown tie. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Long way to go on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hits the hole. It's Henderson. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Throwing Russell. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Now here's Russell. Caught. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. 2nd and 9. 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 2
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. The give. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Russell. Caught. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Maybe a double pass. Right side, it's Rodgers. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Quarterback will keep it, fighting off the defender. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a 1st down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly, because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine, but then it's scramble plays, and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Got the 1st down. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. And he's going to bring this one out. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by volition.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jenkins. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Tied, ready to roll on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. On the run, it's Henderson. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Russell. He wants to go deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They punted away on 4th down. Looking for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Throws to the wideout. Fires and picked off. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
Throwing Russell. Finds his target. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Russell. Out wide left, it's Henderson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And defensively on third down, man, that is absolutely your goal. You want to play top down, play back. If they want to dump the ball off to the running back, so be it. But you got to tackle him, and you got to get him to the ground. And that's exactly what this defense does, and they force the fourth down.
Change. Here comes Alabama on fourth. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Here's Underwood to throw. Takes the easy completion. Oh, that's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Looks it in. Turning it on. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Out wide right, it's Edwards. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Underwood. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
And the Wolverines come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Russell, they're all over him. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. They'll need a bunch on second down. From the gun. Complete. Turns it on in midfield. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Keelan Russell. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that. You got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Now here's Russell. Whip it out to the back on the screen. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Offense here just trying to outflank the defense on third down, trying to get the ball to their running back on the perimeter, but nice job tackling in the open field by the defense to now set up fourth down.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, Underwood. Makes a catch. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He's changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Finds the tight end. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Second and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the big fella. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They know how dangerous this guy is after the catch, and boy, oh boy, they set their hair on fire and caused a wreck on that hit.
They sure did. You got to be careful, too, because they sold out on that hit, and if they miss, that tight end was going to be able to advance the football, but boy, oh boy, this defense playing physical.
Left side is Buchanan. Touchdown, Michigan! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Alabama calls its second time out of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going for two here to try to make the lead 7. On the move. They get it into the end zone. Two-point conversion is good. The lead stands at 7. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Corner's going to give them room. Quick completion on the out. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Throwing Russell. Going over the top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
It's good. And now the lead's extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1.
And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. Guys, here comes that Alabama.
Met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
He's got it down the middle. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Russell from the gun on third down. Hauls it in. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. And you saw it right there on that play.
Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Russell. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They think there's room to run to the right here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Reels it in. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Hard running there. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on fourth. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Look out! Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets the slide, got the first down with his feet.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
He finds a saucer, and he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keelan Russell. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Rushes on. Finds his target down the middle. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. Past the 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper was a bolt of lightning, a touchdown pass from 84 yards out. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Underwood. Under pressure. And he avoids the sack.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Out wide left, it's Marsh. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Underwood. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it, I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Quick give. It's Henderson. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Now here's Russell. It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. We've reached the end of the period and Michigan has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! Tie ball game here in the 4th.
And they trust their kicker, and he drills it. He drills it, ties this game up early in the 4th quarter. Man, this one looks like it's going to be a great finish. We're all knotted up.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They give it back to him. Down he goes.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Kick is in the air. On the return. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They move on top here in the 4th. Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On the RPO, got it. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Throwing, Underwood. Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this 1st down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver, making the adjustment. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that 4th down stop, and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the 4th quarter to get me the football back.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the running back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down really easily.
1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points...
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown tie.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Just one of those mistakes that can't happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. All wideouts, no backs. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Long way to go on second down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Still looking. He'll try to do it himself. Across the 45. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Here's Underwood to throw. Throws it deep. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll take the penalty and move them back. The running back has it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They'll need a bunch on second down. The give as they work on that clock. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Follows his blocks. It's Henderson. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up the 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got great speed. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Offense in a bunch formation. Underwood. Escapes the pressure going right. Here's a throw downfield late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Sets his feet. It's Carr. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got some room to run. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. He wants to throw. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Alabama calls it second timeout of the half. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Offense gets set for second down. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. Here on third down. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee.
And I think if you're the head coach, you got to be happy with what you saw, especially from the offensive unit in this game. Week 1, you had no turnovers, and now you're dialing up your favorite play in the playbook, victory.
A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35.